Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on 790 The Bet. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency and Wally Hatchett's Comfort Food and Drinks at 6439 Summer Avenue.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. Let me get my hook shirt straightened out here. I can't wait to talk to the hook man a little bit later on because this one's getting kind of worn. All right, we're going to talk fishing right now. We just talked fishing with Shane Cox. We're going to switch gears and talk a little bit more fishing about this with this young man who he and his partner just came away with a nice check and some money and won a championship. And who better to introduce our next guest than the man that invented publicity for the American Crappie Trail is our own Ron Wong.
Thank you, Larry.
How about that, John?
You know, I got to tell you
good,
something.
Larry.
You sounded just like John almost. You know, our next guest, him and his partner beat one heck of a field.
Didn't they, though?
Of crappie fishermen. I mean, you had a lot of top 25 teams in this thing, and they came out on top. It was a fight to the finish, literally.
Woo, it wasn't, yeah. Close,
It
too.
was really, really close. And, you know, they had to fish with that feeling of winning on your home lake.
Yes, that's right.
You know, how often does that ever happen? Whew. But anyway, our next guest, and congratulations to Chris Fields, American Crappie Trail national champion that was held on Lake D'Arbonne here this past month, here in March. And great job. Good morning, Chris. How are you?
I'm doing good. I appreciate it. Like you said, it was amazing to win it on our home lake there, and I appreciate the introduction there. Mr.
Well,
Long.
I got to tell you something, Chris. You know, as I watched the weigh-in, especially on the last day,
Yeah.
and these guys were really, the last day was really the best bite that everybody had throughout the tournament because of the wind, low water, and everything else, and it was so close. What was it like as you guys are sitting in line because they had a drive-through weigh-in through the town of Farmerville? What was it like
On
sitting
the
in
courthouse steps, Ron.
Yeah,
I thought
buddy.
that was cool, man.
Union Parish Courthouse is
Yeah.
where it was held.
Talk about it.
What was it like sitting and waiting to
Yeah,
finally
we
weigh
need
in?
to give the name of his partner here, too. I mean, he wasn't by himself.
Jared
you know.
Reiser.
Yeah, he and Jared were sitting in that boat. So we want to know what it was like. Hometown guys at the courthouse coming in to win. Talk about it.
Yeah, so, you know, Union Parish and the city of Farmville, our town of Farmville went all out. You know, like you said, it was an amazing scene there. We sat for a while. We were actually sitting in second place.
Uh-huh.
So we had to wait. You know, they weighed the top 25, and so that means we were number 24 to weigh. So it was definitely a long wait.
Yeah.
Some nerves got in. You know, fisherman talk. So we knew there were some good bags, and it was going to be real close. So that made it even more. You know, we didn't know if we were going to win second, third. We didn't know where we were going to fall, but we knew that we had a good stringer. And be honest with you, we really didn't know that the guys that were below us, you know, had done so good.
Right.
Those guys, Clay Gann and Todd Frody, they had a really, really good day, and
Right.
there was other ones there in with them. So, man, it was nervous.
Nervous.
But
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it was a relief too. You know, it's 3 days of fishing. It's a lot of fishing. We put our our heads down. We fished hard for 3 days. So it's kind of nice to sit down for a minute and not, we've done what we've done. We were ready to go.
Well, I know Ron was there and captured it. We got a lot of pictures on lroutdoors.com.
Oh, yeah.
That you could go to and see the guys. And I think this was the first time, the new format with the drive-in on the steps there, the courthouse.
For the championship.
Yeah, for the championship. Started with 64 anglers, got down to the 25 best. And 21 crappie weighing 40.121 pounds, and that's just about a one. Well, it was close, wasn't it? I mean, it was close.
It was less than a pound.
It was real close.
Yeah. And and the team that you beat out was another local team.
Yeah.
Also out of Monroe, Louisiana there. But Chris, the first 2 days of the tournament, we have to thank Rhett's Tails and Shells Restaurant on Darbone Point there for hosting the weigh-in. And of course, I got to mention that they have the finest crawfish that you ever want to eat.
There you go, Johnny.
And the boudin and meat pies, really good. But you're in front of your hometown crowd. You had your family, friends, and everything else at the weigh-ins. And even on the last day on the drive-through weigh-in, I mean, people were cheering. What's that like? Well, I mean, how does that make you feel?
Yeah,
man, it was nice. It was, like I said, a lot of support there, and I was getting calls from old baseball coaches.
Baseball coaches.
I was young.
All right.
Telling me to go win this thing, and all that, and them to actually, then they all show up the day of the weigh-in, and them all there supporting us, and I'll be honest, the town of Farmville, city of Farmville, loves their crappie fishing, so. Even if we wouldn't have been there, they would have been there supporting the trail, which is great too.
So how big is Farmersville? How big is Farmersville?
We're not big, about 7,000 people.
Okay, 6,000 to 7,000 people.
They have a Walmart.
They have a Walmart.
Yes, sir.
Well, that solidifies them there. I mean, if they got a Walmart and a Sonic, they're all my kind of people there.
They've got all that.
But we're talking to Chris Fields, who teamed with his partner Jared Reiser to win on Lake Darbone, the American Crappie Trail Championship. I got to ask you this, Chris, what does this win do for you and Jared as far as your career?
It helps us a lot. Anywhere we go now, we can be called national champions.
That's right.
So
yes, yeah.
Anywhere, it opens the door for a lot of people to whenever we go to tournaments and get invites to tournaments and stuff like that, because there are starting to be some more invitational tournaments going around. I'm sure y'all are aware.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Chris. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that's heard of Lake Darbone.
Oh yeah.
And there's people that want to go there. If somebody wants to go, can you tell our listeners what's a good way to catch those fish, and how did you guys catch them to win the tournament?
So Darbone is a man-made lake. It has a channel. It's an old bayou that's essentially dammed up. So it's got flats. So it's deep holes with essentially flats and a lot of timber. So it doesn't matter if you're there in September or February or whatever. There's usually a congregation of fish on those flats, next to timber.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the best part. If you come down to get on a flat, anywhere from 10 to 15 feet deep with standing timber, there's always fish there year round. And we were actually in a transition to a spawning.
Okay.
So spawn. So that can be good, for catching quantities of fish, but it makes it hard to catch quality of fish sometimes.
Right.
So what we were doing was essentially going where spawning fish were, or we know spawning fish are, and then bumping out, 10 to 15 feet of water and trying to focus on catching, large female fish is what we were doing.
Well, you did it pretty well, buddy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, to do that. And,
real quick, Chris, what's it like to be able to beat some of the top 25 teams in the nation? I mean, you're talking to Ronnie Capps, Steve Coleman's, and everything else. What does that feel like?
It's nice just to compete with those guys.
That's right. Yeah.
I really can't put it into words. It's amazing, be able to just compete with those guys and being able to beat them is just icing on the cake.
So what do you do in real life?
I actually work. I'm a consulting engineer.
There you go.
I work on oil and gas consultants.
All right, and you and Jared, have y'all been friends for a while, and that teamwork there?
Oh yeah, we, like I said, when I talked about the baseball coach, he was his baseball coach too. When we were probably 5 or 6 years old, we've known each other ever since. And
Really?
we're friends ever since.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
And that makes a team, doesn't it? I mean, you guys are sharing in this, and it takes a team effort, really. I mean, going into this thing, and I know being a local guy, before we let you go, there was some pressure. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
how did you handle that? I mean, the night before you started the tournament, you knew there was 64 teams. What was your goal? Did you think the 40 pounds was did you toss out there? Hey, Jared, if we catch 40 pounds, we got this thing won. What was
Yeah. You had told me we'd have caught 40 pounds, I'd have thought we'd have won.
There you go. All right, I picked.
You're right on it.
Yeah.
You're right on it.
So
And Jared,
I was actually thinking the 38-pound range, 38,
Okay.
39
Okay,
would be what would be.
well, that's
but
close.
we did better.
But
Yeah.
at 40 pounds, that's almost a 2-pound average.
Yeah,
That's a huge crappie.
yeah. That's I don't know what's a slab crappie to Chris Fields.
About that 2-pound range.
There you go.
Very-
Okay, all right. So what did you catch anything bigger than 2?
Yeah, I did. Actually, on day one, really, we were boat number 9 coming out. We went to our first spot that was pretty close to the
launch.
blast off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blast, and we could still hear them announce the names, and we caught a 220 while they were still announcing.
Yeah, that's
While
a
they
good
were
fish.
still announcing names. Well, we want to congratulate you, Chris, and for Jared too. Thank you for being on Outdoors with Larry Ray, and I know Ron will keep track of you as we get going. We're
I'm sure I'll see you at Lake Ouachita this month, right?
There you
I'll
go.
be there.
All right. Nobody can say Ouachita. They sure can't spell it, but they'll be there on Lake Ouachita.
I'll be there.
All right, Chris. Thank you, buddy. Have a great day. All right.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. All right. Let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray. We'll be right back.